Hello. So I thought we were done with the last video, but I've got one more because we talked about it in the stream last night, and I thought I should make a video to let everybody else know what we were learning. So when these options are only available when you go to the track. So come to the track, click drive, hit the pause button, and then you get these view settings. Now, some are only available in certain views, which can make all the difference. This is personal preference. So if you come into view settings, we can change the height, we can change the left and right, we can change the distance to the front, so forwards and backwards. We can change the field of view, like how much that cone is going to come out. So you can go maximum field of view, and then you can get yourself forward, and it should just give you a little more vision. So if we go right down here and then we move the distance back, you can see that the field of view, that triangle that you can see in front, is changed. So you kind of have to play around a bit. There are field of view calculators out there. If you just do a search for it and do FOV calculator, and then it'll ask you for your screen dimensions, it'll ask you for the distance to the screen and all of that kind of stuff. And then you can get it set up, and that's, you know, they're aiming to try and make it as real as you can for that immersion process. I would say play around till you find something that you like. And then you've got all that. There's the display dashboard in HUD. This means that if we do that, and you can change the opacity, so we could change this down to 80%. And then I'm going to click quit because I've messed with all the other settings. But we're going to come down and do that. And then we can flick that back down to 80, and we can save that. Now, what that means is you see at the bottom now, if I change my view, so you can turn off then everything else and just have your little display on the screen, which, you know, again, for the immersion, slightly different, just personal preference about what you want in there. So there's that. That's one of the options that's quite nice. Then we've got driver and wheel. So this is for the view where you've got, I think it's that one. So if we come in here, no, it can't be that one because let me try and find out which one it was. It must be that first one. It must be this one. So if we go back to view settings, oh, no, that absolutely should be there. And I don't know why, unless we need to go further back. Oh, yes, there we go. So that's where the wheel is. And if we change that, you can have wheel only or not. That feels very, very far away from the screen. So come in, have a play around. You've got field of view that you can change. Oh, maybe that's what it is for us, is that field of view had stayed the same. Driver and wheel you can have on if you want the steering wheel on or off. So you can make it hidden. Locked wheel just means the wheel doesn't move. It just sits flat even when you turn. Hidden means that you get this kind of view where there's no steering wheel on the screen, so it just doesn't get in your way. Locked to a horizon means that it will keep the camera kind of at wherever the horizon is, and the movement will allow the camera kind of to bounce around as if you're in the car. I find it a bit nauseating, so I like this to be down at 0 and just lock that movement in. Then if you're in this view where you've got the steering wheel in, so the first view that you come to inside the car, you can look with the wheel. Now, if I put this up and exaggerate a bit, we can save that and click drive. As I turn the wheel, the head turns. Now, this is probably too much. I think it'd be a little bit disconcerting when you're racing. However, what I did start to play around and see if I can't find like a good display that works here. Because I quite like when I turn to the right, then this camera just turns off and it lets me see the right hand side of the car. So I think there's really something in this, and I just wanted to make sure that we got this out so everybody could see. Come in. It's going to take, I would imagine it's going to take a few laps of going and changing these settings. Don't forget to do a few laps when you change any settings so that you've got a little bit of time to get used to it. It is very easy to make a change, go out and go, nope, don't like it, and come back in. But actually just letting your brain process something different and get used to it can be helpful. That's it. So yeah, these view settings are all here. So come and have a look, have a play around. And if you've got any questions as usual, let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye now.